Jai Bharat to all students. In last lecture, we have started new chapter sequence and series. In last lecture, we have discussed what is sequence, okay, and how to find out rule of the sequence, okay, different types of rule. Then also how to write as a sequence notation it's okay, like bracket and 3 dot. Then we have seen different types of example: infinite sequence and finite sequence. Then also we have talked about how to find the formula of any sequence. Okay, so if we know formula of any sequence, then we can find any terms we want in any sequence. Like if you want to find 10th term, 100th term, okay, so after formula we can find any terms in the sequence. Okay, what is the 10th term, what is the 100th term. Okay, we do not want to write like infinity up to 100 term and after that find out about what is the 100th term. But with the help of formula, we in within minute we can find out about the 100 term or 1000 terms or any term, nth term. Okay, so the help of formula we can find the nth terms of any sequence. Then we have talked about some special types of sequence like arithmetic sequence, geometric sequence, triangle sequence, Fibonacci sequence, okay, then square number, cube number. Okay, so now in today's lecture we will discuss about arithmetic sequence. Okay, in last lecture we only talk about basics of arithmetic sequence. Okay, in today's lecture we try to solve how different types of sequence is arithmetic sequence and how to solve summation or how to notation of arithmetic sequence. Okay, let's first of all we already knew what is a sequence. A sequence is a set of things, usually number, that are in order. Okay, 3, 5, 7, 9. 3 is called first term, second term, third term. Okay, and 3 dots means it goes on forever, infinite series. Okay, we also know definition of arithmetic sequence. What is arithmetic sequence? In arithmetic sequence, the difference between one term and the next one is a constant, or we can also set addition or subtraction. In geometric we talk about multiplication and division. Okay, so in arithmetic sequence we talk about difference between two terms. Okay, one term and its next is a constant. You can any two terms and always difference is same. It's sequence called arithmetic sequence. Okay, like example also we see these types of example in last lecture, like 1, 4, 7, 10. Here you can see that both number have the same difference. First and second term has difference of 3, 4 and 7 is difference of 3. Here also. Okay, so all have difference of 3. So these types of sequence is called arithmetic sequence. The difference between one term and the next one is a constant, always constant. Now in arithmetic sequence you also find out about what is the next term. If we want to find 25, after what is the next term, so we can simply add plus 3. Okay, if you know one term, so you can get the any after that any number you can get. Okay, simply you have to add plus 3 every time. Okay, So this is a arithmetic sequence. Okay, also we have talked how to write arithmetic sequence in general. Okay, here a is our first term and d is the basic difference between two terms. Okay, so first of all, here first term is a, then we can add every term in 3. First we add 3, then we 3 plus 3 is equal to 6, so a plus 2d, a plus 3d. So also we can write like this arithmetic sequence. Okay, so here they have calculate if it is a true or not, a plus d, a plus 2d. Here in this sequence a is 1, so here 1, basic difference is 2. So if we add 1 plus 3, here 1 plus 2 into 3, here 1 plus 3 into 3, so we can get 1, 4, 7, 10, which is the same as our example. Okay, so if you want to write arithmetic sequence with this, we can write any sequence with the help of this equation: a plus d, a plus 2d. Okay, also in last lecture we have talked about the rule. If you want to find out what is the rule of this sequence, particularly this sequence, so how do we write? Here if you want to find n term, so we can write xn. Okay, here you can see that a is always common in the every term. Okay, so a will remain same, plus is also common, plus will remain. Here you can see that d is common in the all the term. Okay, so d is remain same. But now here second term they have 1d, in third term they have 2d, in fourth term they have 3d. Okay, so you can see that this is a fourth term, this is third term. If you also we have to find n term, we can minus 1. Okay, here fourth term has a 4 minus 1, third term has a 3 minus 1. Okay, so if we want to find out n term, so we can say it is a n minus 1. So this is a rule. With the help of this rule we can find any term. This is formula or rule of this arithmetic sequence. Okay, remember this equation for the arithmetic sequence and n term. Okay, so here they have explained with the example. If you want with the rule, we have to calculate the 9th term of this arithmetic sequence. It's simple. Okay, let's say this is sequence. We have a is equal to our first term is 3, basic difference is 5. So with the help of this rule a plus d n minus 1, we can put up a and d value, so we get the xn is equal to 5n minus 2. So with this formula we can get the any term we want to find, n term, 100 term, 11 term, but here example has said 9 term, so we can say n is equal to 9 and we can get the answer as a 43. Okay, so this is a rule of arithmetic sequence or formula. With the help of this formula we can find any term in the arithmetic sequence, only arithmetic sequence. Okay, now let's say sum on arithmetic series. We have to find summation all the arithmetic series and summation of all the term, or let's say n term. Okay, so how do we calculate summation? Okay, this is our terms. Okay, third term, fourth term. Okay, we all know if you want to add infinite series or sequence, we use the sigma notation. Okay, sigma means sum of. In mathematics you all know we use sigma notation. here. Here, for this arithmetic sum, for the summation of k term, they have used this equation, or sorry, n term. Okay, we will find how they calculate this equation. Okay, first of all, try to remember this summation formula. Okay, sigma k is equal to 0 to n minus 1. Okay, n minus 1 a plus kd, here a plus kd. So we have now 0 to k term. Okay, here you can see that k minus 1 term. Okay, also a plus kd. So summation is called n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, you have to remember this equation. So how this equation is made with the help of arithmetic equation. Okay, let's try. First of all, they have decided what is the sigma. Okay, how to calculate sigma. Okay, sigma is if it is n is equal to 1 and 4, if it is here n, what to sum. Okay, here start value and finish value, we all know that here we have 1 to 4. If we put 1, so 1, second term is 2, third term 3, fourth term 4. So we get the summation is equal to 10. Okay, so here they have given n and our answer is a 10. Summation of n is equal to 1 to 4. Okay, now let's say we use this formula to solve the summation of nth term. Okay, how to use this formula. Okay, example, add up to first 10 terms of the arithmetic sequence. They have given our previous example same sequence. Difference is 3 and first term is a 1. Okay, so we have a is equal to 1, d is equal to 3 and n is equal to 10. Okay, we have to calculate first 10 terms of the arithmetic sequence. Okay, sum of first 10 terms. Okay, so we use given formula k is equal to 0 to n minus 1, a plus kd is equal to this formula. Okay, n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so we have n is equal to 10, we will put n is equal to 10, k into 3, 10 by 2, 2 into 1 plus 10 minus 1 into d. With the help of calculation, we have the answer as a 145. Okay, now if you want to check whether it is a true or not, you can check, write all 10 terms like 1 4 7 10 13, then 16 19 22 25 28, how many terms, 3 3 to 6 and 10 term. Okay, if you add this 10 term, you get the answer as a 145. So whether it is true or not, you can check yourself. Okay, so how to use this formula. Okay, now how this formula is made. Okay, so we will see. So if you in exam, if you forget formula. So with the help of theory you can get the answer or make the formula on your LCM. Okay, so let's say how formula is made. Okay, first of all, we will call the whole sum as a S. S is equal to A plus D. Okay, continue, and we have write n minus term and n term. Okay, so what will be n minus term? It is n minus 2. Okay, this is a n minus 1th term. Okay, why this is n minus term? Because this is a second term. We have now d is what is the coefficient of d? It is 1. So if it is a n minus 1 term, we minus 1, n minus 2 d, and this is our n term. Okay, so this is our s. Okay, now we rewrite s in reverse order. Okay, what a reverse order. Okay, so s will remain same, but last term will become first, last to last will become second term, and first term will become last term, and second term will become last to last term. Okay, like this reverse order. Okay, so here last term will become first term, last to last term will become second term, and first term will become last term, and second term will become last to last term. Okay, now we have to add these two equation. Okay, these two equation. Okay, so we add one by one term. Okay, first of all, let's say addition of these two term. First of all, s and s, so we will become 2s. Now add first term. Okay, do not add do not write first term first s plus second term. Okay, we will add first term, second term. Okay, term wise add. Okay, so we will add first term, both have second term, both have last to last term. Okay, and last term. Okay, so what will be addition of this first two terms? It will 2a plus n minus 1d. Here a plus a means 2a, and n minus 2d and d, so it will become n minus 1d. Here last to last term will become a plus a means 2a, n minus 2d plus n minus 1d, and a plus n minus 1d, so it will become 2a plus n minus 1d. Okay, so you can see that here each term we will get, it is the same. After addition we get the each term as a same. Okay, so you all know how to add n number. Okay, all n number. Okay, what way will you do? So there are nth number of terms, so we basically add multiply with the n. Okay, how? If we want to add 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 in 5 times. Okay, so what will be the answer? It is a 5. Okay, so here we have n term. Okay, here this last step is a n term, so we have n term, n number of times this 2a plus n minus 1d. So in short it will become n into 2a plus n minus 1d. Now we divided 2 n, so we will get s is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1d. Okay, simple. So in exam if you forget this formula, so with the help of this equation, this 2s and calculation, you can get the answer. Okay, this is important formula for arithmetic sequence. Okay, you have to remember. Okay, and in exam there are these types of example are given, like we say add first 10 term, add 11 term. Okay, so this is the formula and how do we find. Okay, now your today's question. I have somehow made difficult two question for today's lecture. Okay, first one is easy, but second one is somehow difficult. Okay, first one is first term of arithmetic sequence is 4. A is equal to 4. They have given 10th term. Okay, and 10 is equal to 67. You have to find common difference. Okay, now second one is somehow difficult. How many terms of the arithmetic sequence, this they have given arithmetic sequence, are required to give sum of 660. Okay, they already given sum. Okay, what is sum? 660. For this sequence, how many terms are required to get this answer, sum of this answer? Okay, so try to remember how do we calculate these types of second equation or example. Okay, now last we have, for the summation we have this equation. Okay, so if we write in sum, okay, so we have the sum 660 and sequence, so we have A and D also. Okay, so we have A and D. So now in this formula only one unknown, n, so that we have to find what is the n to summation of 660. Okay, so after you use this equation, this is a simple example, but if you in example it will become somehow difficult. Okay, so this is your assignment question. You have to solve and upload, take photo and upload it in RNWIET application. Okay, so now today's lecture is completed. In next lecture we will discuss about geometric sequence. Okay, in this lecture we have talked arithmetic sequence and its formula. In next lecture we will talk about geometric sequence. Okay, so now today's your lecture is completed.